All right. I'm hoping that this audio won't be absolute trash. We'll see though. I'm trying to find time that I can record or film. We'll see how the audio does. Usually when I try to do this in the car, if I don't have my mic, which I've got to find where the fuck I put it at. I have a little clip-on mic somewhere, which with the mic being real close to my, my mouth, you can hear a little better. Usually this picks up the sound of the car, and it's atrocious to listen to. So we will see if this is usable at all. I don't know, but so yeah, man, I posted my video coming back, and we're going to try to do this again. One thing I didn't touch on that happened, I talk a lot about how important my wife and the boys are to me, and usually when I talk about my family, I say something to the effect of, as long as I've got my wife, the boys, and my dog, I'm good. They keep me on the straight and narrow, keep me out of trouble, right? Well, you may have noticed, or you probably didn't notice, I don't think anyone gives that much of a shit, but I didn't say my dog this last time, and that's because we lost Wednesday, and it was hard, man. That dog meant a lot to me. We got when she was already pretty old when we got her. She was rehomed, which I don't understand, because she was the most well-behaved dog. She was such a good dog, dude. Fucking sucks. We'll never, we're not getting another dog anyways, but we will never, even if we were willing to, we would never be able to replace her. She was such a quiet, sweet dog, and just wanted uppies, man. She just wanted uppies from her dad, and she was really attached to me. I got her originally so that when I was working, my wife could have, a dog to keep her company, and it ended up kind of the opposite, where she was a daddy's girl. She had real bad separation anxiety with me, and to the point that she wouldn't eat or go to the bathroom or anything usually unless dad was home, and she would just sit there all day waiting for me to come home. And my wife told me every day she would know I was on my way home, and it wasn't a time thing. She would get up and go start getting all antsy knowing that I was coming home, and I'd come home at different times, so it wasn't just oh, it's time for dad to come home, let me get all excited. She would know before I even pulled up, a good few minutes before I get there. It's kind of weird. Apparently that's a thing. I've seen videos about that where they tested that. Had the person go a different route and different schedule and everything, and yeah, but it was hard, man. It came out of nowhere. We thought we had more time with her, and we thought we had at least a good 5-6 more years with her, and it came out of nowhere, man. We didn't get a warning. She was fine, and then one day she got sick, and she wasn't really eating or drinking, and she's been sick before, so we weren't extremely worried, or else we would have taken her to the vet. So anyways, I go to work, and I work mostly from home, but I have to leave every couple times during the day. But I kept coming up and checking on her, and my wife was keeping an eye on her and sitting with her. And I got off work, and I come home, and I go up into the bedroom, and my wife's sitting on the floor with her. And we were trying to get her to drink some water. She wasn't drinking. And we thought, why don't we get like a baby syringe and put a little bit of water, just enough to get on her gums, to try to like jumpstart her, make her think like, yeah, this is good, man. I need this. You know what I mean? I like water. You know, this is good for me, kind of thing. And it worked. She started drinking. We put her bowl down next to her and off of the thing that raises it up, and she started drinking water. And we're like, good, you know, that's a good sign. And she seemed like she was feeling better. And so she laid down, and me and my wife kind of calmed down a little bit, and we went, because we were worried, you know, but it was also late. And there's no like emergency vets anymore around us. The one that was here closed down during the pandemic. So we go and we sit back down, and we're talking, and we're still keeping an eye on her. And next thing I know, Wen jumps up. She's got this burst of energy. She comes over to me, and she wanted uppies, man. She wanted Dad to pick her up. And I did, of course. Picked her up, and she laid her head on my chest, like she always did. And I could tell something was wrong, man. She kept dropping her head, and it went from 0 to 100 real quick. She kept dropping her head like she was going limp. And she died in my arms. And it fucked me up, man. I know it's just a dog, but it's not just a dog, man. She meant a lot to me. And I was supposed to take care of her and protect her, and I'm mad at myself because I didn't. It's fucked up. I tried to save her, man. I was breaking down. I'm not afraid to admit that. I was losing my shit, and I was trying to give her CPR and trying to save her, and I couldn't save her. So yeah, we lost her, and my wife told me I can't blame myself. You know, there's nothing I could have done. If we tried to get her in a car, we would have to drive like over an hour to get her to an emergency vet. And it was like 2 in the morning, mind you. It was like 2:30. So she would have died in the car, and I'm glad she died at home in my arms. Someone told me she came to the one that she felt safe with. And I would, it was traumatic. It was traumatic, man. I'm glad she came to me and spent her last minute saying bye to me, you know. But she loved her mom too, man. She really did. She would go to Mom for Bovins, and yeah. Someone just flashed their brights at me. I think they thought I had my brights on. I don't. But that's why I didn't mention Wen. And I miss her, man. Every time I come home, what the fuck? My brights aren't on, dipshit. I think they're flashing them at them. Oh, that's what it is. They're flashing them at the people in front of me. Okay, me assuming it's me. The person in front of me doesn't have any lights on. I think that's what's going on. But yeah, so we lost Wen, and it sucks. But it is what it is, man. That shit, you don't get a warning. And so that's why I always try to tell people, you know, make sure that you hug the people that mean the most to you every day, and that you tell them you love them every time you leave the house, because you have no clue. You have no idea when, like, something's going to happen, you know? And you don't get a warning for that kind of shit. So you got to make sure that you let the people that you love, people and animals that you love, know that you care about them. So, on to something positive. I don't really know what else to talk about, but I was telling you guys about my music project. It's really cool to see. I told you I went through DistroKid, which you do have to pay for. But I think it's worth it to see your music on like streaming services and Apple Music and stuff like that. It's kind of cool to see songs that I recorded in my fucking boxers in my living room on Apple Music and shit like that, or the streaming services. But there's a page that I follow that shows like gothic homes and stuff, with, like, you know, dark decorations and shit like that. They I follow them, and they had a post talking about, if you make music and you follow us, let us know and we might want to use your stuff. So of course, I, trying to promote myself, reached out. They got back to me and told me they want to use one of my songs. So I thought that was pretty cool, because they got a pretty decent reach. So we'll see. I'm still waiting on it. It's been a couple weeks, but they post a lot of stuff, so they said they may use it. So we'll see if they do. That would be cool, if just to have the exposure, because they have a decent following. So other than that, I just been, you may have noticed I post less on Instagram than I used to. I used to post every lift. I would immediately come home, make a reel real quick and post it. And I just don't, social media isn't as important to me as it once was. I kind of got swept up in that whole thing for a moment. And it was taking too much time is what it was, man. And for nothing, because like I said, I have like no following at all. I got just a couple hundred people that follow me, and like, whereas my wife, it makes a little more sense for her to like spend time making content, because she's got she just broke 6K on YouTube, and I'm proud as fuck of her, man. I've watched and helped her grow her channel over the past, I don't know, like, I want to say it's been over 5 years or so. She's busted her fucking ass, and she's built a little, you know, cozy community of like-minded people. And I just think that's fucking cool, dude. I'm proud of her, and she's really good at what she does. I'm bad at this, man. I'm not good on camera. I don't think I'm half as entertaining as she is. She's funny as fuck. But I'm trying, you know. But yeah, I'm really fucking proud of her. She's really good at what she does, and she's worked very hard to make content. The people that follow her adore her, of course, because she is, man. She's fucking cool. I just think, obviously, you know, I'm biased, but I think I'm very proud to be with her, and I'm very proud of her. I don't know what the fuck this person in front of me is doing with their lights, because people are flashing their lights at them, saying, "Hey, dipshit, you don't got your fucking lights on." And then all of a sudden you'll see this bright light come up, and then once they pass the car, they turn it back off entirely. So I don't know what and it doesn't look like they even have a headlight. It looks like somebody's holding a light inside of the car because it's shaking all over the place. So I'm not really sure what that's about. Maybe their lights are out and they're trying to get home. That could be. I don't really care, except for the fact that I keep getting fucking blinded by people turning their brights on to tell them, hey, turn your lights on. But yeah, I just gotta run to the store. That's what I can tell you guys about. You guys know nothing about this, but I'm out running to get some cases of water because where we live, the drinking water is not safe to drink. So we have to buy water, which kind of sucks because our water bill is already expensive as shit. But my wife has to really pay attention to drink a lot of water because she's been having some heart problems the past almost 2 years, I want to say, and she kept going to doctors, and there's kind of an issue with male doctors not listening to women, and especially if they're younger women. And I was about to go in there and strangle this motherfucker because he wasn't listening to her. And while yes, she's not an old woman, but she's old enough to know when something isn't right with her body. And she was having trouble doing a lot of stuff, man. It's not normal to go down the stairs once and your heart rate shoot up to 130, or your legs to swell and turn purple. Well, she finally got sent to a specialist, and we went to the appointment, and she finally got a diagnosis. She has POTS. And the treatment for POTS is you drink a lot of fucking water and you have to intake a fuck ton of salt. He told her he wants her to try to hit 8,000 milligrams a day. And that sounds wild, I know, but that's what the treatment is. And she'll straight up get these awful, god-awful headaches and drink a bunch of salt water and it suddenly takes it away. So we got her that. We had to get her some compression leggings, some stuff like that. But that's what I'm out doing right now. I'm running around to get some more water because we blow through it. Because I drink a lot of water too, being a bodybuilder. And people don't understand how much water makes a difference, man. Like even right now, I'm a little dehydrated, and I look like a good 15, 20 pounds lighter than I would if I was fully hydrated. I also have to intake a lot of salt. It's probably real dark. I don't even know if you guys can see anymore. Ooh. Yeah, that's good for my tires. They need to fix these fucking streets, man. These potholes fuck up our tires so bad. It's not even funny. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop filming. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
I'm trying to get used to talking on camera again, so I thought, why not tell my favorite story? Y'all see me being a cheeseball about my wife online all the time. I'm a sucker when it comes to her, okay? And I always have been. Like, she talks on stream about how I'm her scary dog privilege in public.
I don't hardly go anywhere without Epps unless he has to work or be home, or like somebody has to be home with the kids. Like, I don't go anywhere without him. He's my scary dog privilege. Please don't say he is. He's scary. I've literally had people tell me he's scary, and I'm like, well, remember it. Remember that.
That always kind of makes me laugh, but isn't that why we all lift, for your woman to say stuff like that about you? When it comes to her, I truly do. I melt into a puppy dog. But anyways, I wanted to tell the story of how me and my wife got together. You know, it's kind of crazy because we both grew up going to local shows, and I played in bands locally, and somehow, like, even though we knew the same circle of friends, we never met each other or knew each other existed until 2019. I had just moved back. I had moved to Florida. I'd come back here, and I was on Facebook. You know, people always kind of chuckle when you say I met my spouse on Facebook, but that's what happened. And I see this tiny little profile picture of this absolutely stunning goth girl, right? The second I saw that picture, I was like, oh my God, she's perfect. And I've always had in my head all my life this idea of a perfect woman, right? For me, my idea of a perfect woman, my dream girl, right? She was it, like right down to the features. This was my dream girl. So I'm like, I have to fucking try. I have to. And I go to her page, I go to Creeper page, and I'm like, please be single. Please be single. And she was. And so I message her. I'm one of the only people, I think, or one of the few that sliding in the DMs like actually worked out for, at least long term. But I also, I was raised to be respectful, and I came at her. I didn't come out the gate with like sex stuff or any of that, you know. I was very respectful, and I was essentially like, hey, look, you know, I think you're absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I want to get to know you, and I'd love to take you out on a date sometime. And she actually told me, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. And I said, okay, you know, I can respect that. But I'm here if you ever change your mind and would like to go out, have a good time, I'll take you on a date. And I think maybe 9 hours went by, and she was messaging me back. And we ended up talking all day, every day, you know, texting back and forth, which then led into calling on the phone and staying up till, you know, 6 a.m. I was getting very little sleep for work. yeah, we were doing the typical stay on the phone until you both pass out still on the phone type thing when you're first falling in love with somebody. That we talked every night for, I don't know, a week, maybe a little bit longer. And then one night, she sent me a picture and said, come catch this love. And I don't think I've ever gotten ready so fast in my life. I probably broke a Guinness Book of World Records getting ready. I come flying over to come hang out. And yeah, I basically never left after that. I was working at an Applebee's at the time. I would stay the night and then go to work, and then I'd stay the night again. And we did that for a couple weeks, and eventually I just fully moved in. I didn't go home at any point during that. So I was basically moved in right out the gate, and I must have left a good impression. But yeah, that's and that's the thing is, like I said, I was working at an Applebee's and I didn't have a car. So this whole idea that you need to have 6 figures, 6 feet, and 6 inches. I only had 2 of those in the bag. So a good woman's going to stay by your side while you grow into the man you're supposed to be. And if they're really a good woman, they'll push you to do better for yourself, which is what mine did. I thought I would be in kitchens the rest of my life, and she said, "No, I think you should try for this, go for this." And it was something I didn't think I would be able to get into because I have a record. She said, "No, I'm telling you, they'll hire you." And I went and I tried for it, and it worked. You know, I got the spot, and not only that, I worked that for a few years, and then I did the work and training necessary to progress and make it my career. And now I'm my own boss, and I make almost $30 an hour. So she pushed me to do that. If it wasn't for her, I would probably still be in kitchens. Yeah, I remember when we were first talking, we were talking about music. Kind of makes me sound like a misogynist to say this, but and I'm not. I'm the furthest thing from it, and I rip into the red-pilled alpha males left and fucking right all day because all of those guys are the biggest douchebags you'll ever fucking meet and the biggest bitches you'll ever meet. Anybody that calls themselves an alpha male, you're a bitch. I guarantee it. Anyways, I go off on tangents. You'll have to forgive how my brain works. It's that odd HD right there. But we were talking about music, and I remember being just blown away and thinking, this is too good to be true. Because the bands she was mentioning, I was just shocked that this beautiful fucking girl was legitimately into this good of music. And again, it makes me sound like a misogynist a little bit to be like, this is too good to be true, because obviously girls can be into metal. They can be into good shit. There's this kind of prevalent idea in the metal community that girls only like metal because their boyfriends liked it or whatever, you know? And it's bullshit. She's been into this shit since she was a fucking teenager, you know? Just like I have. You can tell when it's genuine, you know what I mean? Like, you can always tell. It's the same thing when you come across somebody that dresses alternative, whether that's punk, goth, whatever. If they're only doing it on the weekends or only doing it a couple times a year, you can tell that they don't, that's not who they are, because it comes off as wearing a costume. You can tell when somebody's genuine, you know what I mean? Yeah, it seemed too good to be true, because I've actually had girls in the past admit to me after we got together, yeah, I lied about liking this band or that band. I have no idea who they are. I just thought you were cute, and I read the patches on your vest, and they admitted this, like that they faked it just to try to get cool points, you know. But she was naming bands that weren't on my vest, and bands that I loved. I'm very proud to have this beautiful goth girl that is fucking cool as shit, dude. Like she knows her shit legitimately, and it's fucking awesome. Yeah, man, it's just wild that I just saw this tiny little Facebook profile picture, and I shot my shot in the DMs. You know, Rhythm with the Tism. I slid in there and worked my autistic magic, and here we are, almost 7 years later, or going on 7 years later, and she's the love of my life. And I don't care who wants to call me a simp, who wants to think I'm lame for very loudly and proudly loving my wife. I will always do that, because to me, that's being with her is one of my biggest flexes, if not my biggest flex. But yeah, that's my my biggest flex, and I don't care what you think about that. I will always loudly and proudly brag about bagging my final boss of goth baddies trophy wife. That's that's the love of my life, and I say this all the time, and I think other guys probably say similar shit, but I truly do mean it. I would kill or die for that woman without any hesitation whatsoever. She is my world, and she's the reason that I try to be better every single day. I think I did something impressive with losing 100 pounds in 7 months, getting down to basically being kind of skinny again, not having much muscle because I lost it so fast, and then building a physique from that point. The entire time, I did it for myself, but let's be real, a lot of guys, they want to look good for their girl, you know what I mean? And I did. I wanted to be the best version I could of me for her. So yeah, dude, I'm very loud about how much I love her, and that's never going to stop. But yeah, I just thought I would kind of go into that story a little bit, because obviously I love her, and it's one of my favorite things to talk about. So I've tried to film this several times and I keep getting interrupted, so I'm gonna hop off here. Boy, gotta hit him with the flex here. Boy. and I'm proud of my fucking music. I made that shit, and that makes me happy. Something about driving around, listening to your own music.